Hello everybody, I'm Count Christo, and welcome back to the Sufficit Mundi campaign. I believe that is the the right name. It's been a little while. I have been away for a week, and so I've just been refamiliarizing myself with what's been going on, and the upcoming important events, decisions, and all that jazz. So, some things of note. We are incredibly close to the Imperialism CB. It will become available in... what is that, 72 Diplo points, or in other words, in September. That's incredibly soon. Look at that innovativeness, by the way. We should probably, there's a case to be made for tanking our innovativeness. Not that it's easy to do that, but just bring it to zero to get rid of the national unrest. I think we can counter the national unrest with idea groups, and that should be fine, really. Now, other things I have noticed. It was quite a funny chain of events, actually, so I'll walk you through it. I was on the Facebook group, the EU4 Facebook group, which I help run, which you should join, by the way. We have all kinds of fun chats on there. Anyway, and someone was saying globalized trade wasn't spawning for them, even though they controlled the most powerful trade node in the world, because they were playing as Spain, they controlled Genoa, which was the most powerful, but their capital was in Seville. It can only spawn in your node, in the node in which your capital is. That is not made very clear here. It kind of is, but it's not very clear. It's more clear here than vanilla. Personally, I think they should get rid of that. So we're not spawning globalized trade, and haven't been for the last 34 years, without me noticing, because the Northwest Atlantic is worth more money than the Tyrrhenian Sea. Also, why are we collecting more in the Tyrrhenian Sea than here? Because, there's a difference between the local wealth and the amount collected. Hang on a second. I'm a fool. It's much simpler than I thought. It's just because we have less control here, you moron. Anyway, so we could spawn globalized trade extremely easily. All I would have to do is switch this guy to transfer in this direction for 1 month. And I think that would do it. That would spawn globalized trade. Now there's kind of a bit of a problem with that, because if we spawn globalized trade, we're going to pay a institution penalty, a tech cost penalty. I paused the game. I swear I paused the game. Anyway, we'll pay an institution penalty until it's spread throughout our provinces. And even with our innovativeness, what it is, it's going to take a long time for it to spread throughout all our provinces. To put it in context, we haven't got Renaissance in these central German places yet. Obviously, most of our development is not in central Germany, but still, it will take a long time to spread throughout our provinces. So maybe we just don't spawn it, ever. Now, there are a number of difficulties with this plan. Number one, it's going to be extremely difficult to stop Liguria from becoming the most profitable trade node. Strike that. It's going to be quite easy. All we'd have to do is make sure the money coming from here doesn't go to Liguria, it goes to Venice instead. So we could do that, but that would be a pain, because right now I can get away with not using a merchant in Egypt because I have essentially 100% control, not quite, but pretty much 100% control of everything upstream of Egypt, which is obviously a wonderful position to be in. It means you don't have to use a merchant here or here. Obviously, you want to have a merchant here, because every place you have a merchant, they give stacking increases to the amount they send, which is why we have merchants here, here, and here. So this guy sending it forwards, I think they add 5% or something. I can't remember, but yes, you're transferring a certain amount ahead, which gets the amount you transfer gets multiplied by a certain number. I think it's 1.05, something like that. So we could not spawn it, but I think we should spawn it. And moreover, I think we should spawn it immediately. So I am going to make this one move, which I think should spawn at the end of the month. Let's see. Weirdly enough, it's not spawning. I don't really understand why. So I will share this fact with the M&T team and see what they can come up with. Maybe it just sometimes takes a few months. But I'm confused because obviously, as you can see, we've got a whole load of ticks on there. So that's fine. Anyway, setting the money up here, we might even make more money because we're only making 90% of the money here, actually, now I think about it. So it's not really a big deal to be doing that for a while. Now, on to the next order of business. First off, do we take this tech the second we can? To which I think the answer is yes. Partly because we have truces with a lot of people over here, and Alwa and Muscovy and Shivran and Karaman and Brittany. We have a truce with you, Brittany. Yes, we have a truce with basically everybody. Why was that important? That's right, we have a truce with everyone. We have a truce with all of the non-Catholics. We don't, however, have a truce with Hungary, so I'd like to go to war with Hungary immediately. I'm prepared to spend some Diplo points to make it happen. Also, I'd like to go to war with Brazil. I want to take a whole bunch of land over here. Get some extra merchants will be very valuable. The New World will never make much money. By the way, if we look at this province, if you remember all the way back in the day, Cuzco does have a core on this province. So yeah, we'll want to do some wars in the New World now. Grab some land over here and establish some overseas possessions. Some, what are they called? Colonial nations. To give us all those lovely, lovely merchants. By far the most powerful contribution colonial nations make to your game in Meiou and Taxes is twofold. Firstly, coalition protection. If you're playing as Spain, or Portugal for that matter, more importantly as Portugal, and you have a whole bunch of vassals that have loads of troops, people get scared off. And colonial nations maintain lots of troops. Development-wise, they're a complete bust. We look at the capital of Brazil. They have 3 buildings. 3, that's it. It's rubbish. They just do not urbanize, ever. As far as I can tell, colonial nations are almost worthless. It might be entirely realistic. I'm not contesting that. I'm not trying to make a point on that front, but it is annoying. Whatever else it is annoying. But the way to take comfort from it is that in M&T they can give you 3. That's 3 merchants per colonial nation. That is a Christ ton of merchants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 50 merchants. It's ridiculous. There's all kinds of extra colonial nations as well. You go Alaska, California. You've got one in here, Guyana. Got another one here. There's a crazy number of colonial nations you can form, a crazy number of merchants to collect. And then we're going to use those merchants, not in the New World where there's no wealth. There is some in the Aztec region, actually. It's worth noting. There's a little bit up here. 11. It's pretty freaking good, to be fair, for the Aztecs. But there's not much down here. So what we're probably going to do is end up using all those merchants to rip money out of Asia, which will be very useful, while we're establishing our trade companies over here, of course, and getting even more merchants to make even more money. And it'll all be glorious and wonderful and fantastic. So that's why we're going to take imperialism straight away, because we're going to rapidly crush Hungary, and then we're going to take a trip across the deep blue sea and take Brazil. Next order of business, Monarch point spending, but to the admin variety. I go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Do we abandon state religion ideas? We get a refund, which I think is like, was it 10%? Yeah, it's terrible, terrible value for money. So, because the thing is, if we abandon it, we can immediately start putting admin points into something else. And we haven't got empire ideas, which is just so stupid of me. I was thinking we could abandon it and take popular religion or scholasticism or whatever. No, you idiot. Take empire ideas, 10% admin efficiency. That's 10% less coring cost. So obviously you should take this. Plus it gives you province war score cost. You fool. So we should definitely take empire ideas next. Before we do any coring, we should get this admin efficiency. I'm just going to have to take a quick look. Is there any other admin efficiency? I think there's none in the whole set, but I'll just take a look. Okay, here it is. There is some more. There's 5% in aristocratic. Which, I mean, I can't justify it, really. I mean, just to go through them. Total trash, total trash, total trash, pretty good. I'd say that was a mid-tier pick. Total trash, pretty good. Not bad at all, really. Pretty good, really quite good. Total trash. So 3 goods out of a pile of rubbish. It's very hard to justify. So I think we're going to take empire ideas. And because I have, I've been thinking about this campaign, by the way, while on holiday, because I'm sad. But I was thinking, oh my God, I didn't take empire ideas. We need to take admin efficiency immediately. So we're going to abandon state religion. In fact, just make sure I'm not making any huge mistake. Yeah, we're going to do it right now. I somehow thought I almost double-clicked. Abandoned innovative. And we're going to take empire. And then after empire, I think we're going to take representative. Because 20% stability is great. And 15 years of separatism. And 2 national unrest. And minus 0.1. Count it. 0.1 yearly corruption. That's pretty darn good. That is that's a reduction of 1 corruption. I believe. Is that right? No, it's a reduction. That's 2 less corruption. And 2 corruption might not sound like a lot. That's 2% on all power costs. That's 2% less idea costs, 2% less tech costs, 2% less... Strange noise. Get over it. Does corruption affect building roads? I don't know if it does. I should inquire. But yes, so we're going to take Empire Ideas immediately. And we're going to do this. Boom. Now, we may not want to take these last 2 straight away. In fact, we never want to take this last one, I don't think. Well, not soon. Because our centralization, I'm quite happy with our centralization. I'm not currently centralizing. It did... Oh, that gave us a bunch of innovativeness. Are we at 100 yet? Not quite. Oh, someone else took the first few innovative Empire Ideas, but not the last few. We do want the extra states, but not right now, because I'm saving our states right now for Egypt. Where would I put 2 states if I just had spares? Oh, no, I could find a place, like Lisboa. All right, we'll take 1 more. I also want this one. But I don't think we take this now. I think we do a bunch of coring now with our 2 admin power. But you know what I mean. From now on, we do a bunch of admin power. We focus Diplo? Stop that. Focus admin. We got a lot of integration to do. I don't mind it taking a while. Coring is our number 1 slowdown right now. What are we at? Only 400% overextension. Not bad. 700% is minus 1,000 tax income. Or about 85 or whatever it is a month. We can tank a lot of overextension. What else should we be doing? We could promote our advisors. We have a Protestant advisor. Yuck. Anyway, I think that's a very, very good change. Getting that admin efficiency. Apart from anything else, that just lowered our overextension by 10%. So that's really, really useful. Next up, give me a second here. Yes, I said, it connects into what I was just saying, but I said in the previous episode, or one of the previous episodes, I don't think we're going to make it. My hope has returned. We are 20 odd years more than halfway through the game, right? We are about to get Imperialism. That's going to make us speed up a lot. We're getting more admin efficiency. That's making us speed up a lot. Obviously, the first bit's so incredibly slow because you're just unifying Italy and all that good stuff. We're about to start exploding. So I think we can do it. I think it is most possible that we could make this happen. Especially because we're not going to have to attack much into the New World because the colonizers don't really exist. We killed the colonizers before they established many colonies, which might actually mean at some point I'm tempted to take colonial ideas. No, that'd be too much. We'd have to take naval and then a colonial idea. That would be such a pain. What we might do is if we could vassalize Castile, or maybe full annex and then release Castile so that they're not so incredibly angry with us. We'd release them in one province and then force vassalize them. And then we could give them huge amounts of subsidies so they colonize stuff just to give us extra merchants. Because I would like extra merchants. But we're going to be able to get 3, 3, 3, possibly 6 here and here. So, you know, that's already 12 merchants. It's pretty freaking good. So... yes, next order of business is... right, so we are going to be able to do the world conquest, I think. But in order to pull it off, we're going to have to not look at 585 tax income minus per year and think it's a big deal. So we're going to go hard. We're going to keep expanding as fast as we can. We're going to core as fast as we can. We're going to never turn off focus on admin ever again, probably. But we're going to start... I mean, I know you may think we've been doing this so far. We're going to start really blobbing out. That is the plan. Is there anything else that I missed? I don't believe so. Highest priority vassal integrations are in order. Aquitaine, Ascalon, Scotland, Champagne, Egypt, Kingdom of Africa, in order of trade importance. I know they're not Ascalon, but I mean, at this point... what is Ascalon? Oh yeah, it's from that vampire game. Anyway. We're going to start carving a path down Africa. We're going to take all of this land extremely quickly. As soon as our truce with Alwa ends, we're going to pretty much conquer the entire East African coast in like one go. I'll just do one war and then the next and the next and the next and the next and the next, and we'll just take it all. We should also do something similar down into Mali. We can walk into Songhai, so that should be good. Everywhere in a trade company, we can be assured that we will have no unrest in, which is lovely. Songhai has a trade company. That is interesting. This province belongs to a trade company, I think. Looking at the coloration on the map. Yeah, that's the Songhai Trade Company. Songhai Niger Trade Company, which is how you say that, by the way, you infants. That is Niger. Yeah, so I'm going to position the men and crush Hungary. Let's get back into it. I'm sorry, that was a 20. Good lord, that was a 20-minute preamble. But there you go. I like to be thorough. Let's do this thing. All right, strike that list. By the way, Toulouse is the highest priority, so that we can get our font to hopefully do this. All right, here it is. Oh, this is so good. Fractional banking. That sounds like the right name for something that's going to give us imperialism. This is the imperialism technology. Don't pay no attention to fractional banking. But here we go. It's going to give us the final 2 innovativeness we need to max out our innovativeness. That is great. We also get, of course, even more ahead of time. Boom. There it is. 100 innovativeness. Presumably that's the cap, right? It can't go higher than that. It can't do, otherwise it would be 100.5. Beautiful. So now if we wait to the end of the month, there it is. There it is. Imperialism against everyone. They will be better off in our glorious empire. And isn't that the truth? We also get nationalism against the Kingdom of Africa. Where the heck in the Kingdom of Africa shares my culture group? What? Colour me extremely confused. How the heck? I don't understand that. Anyway, we've got imperialism. Hey, Hungary. Hungary, guess what? Guess what, Hungary? Yoink. That's the kind of war I can get behind. 0 Diplo point cost. Massive chunk of good Catholic land. Brought under the fold of the uniter of Catholicism. Damn right. And speaking of Catholic, getting pretty big here. Not bad at all. Almost driven out the last vestiges of this Protestantism. As you can see, we are working on it with a ferocity at the moment. Now, time to remember the fact that I sent these guys down here who are probably suffering horrible attrition. Whoops. Time to go to war with Brazil. Glorious. So the actual the actual CB is not fantastic compared to the religious CB. It does, of course, however, mean we get on everyone, which is very handy. And it's a lot better on aggressive expansion. 50% better, I think. Or was Death's fault 75 or 100% aggressive expansion? I can't remember. Anyway, it wasn't 50%. So we're doing really well on aggressive expansion, which will be useful, I think, when we're expanding in India and China, because I think there still are enough people down here with big enough armies that they might at some point want to form a coalition. Well, maybe not. It would take like the whole world being in one coalition. But either way, let's go get me some Brazil, shall we? Ooh, it's time. We can build better roads now. Fantastic. So let's just a quick look at the road networks we have, because I enjoy them. We have the Iberian Road, which is quite ugly. Much more beautiful. We have the Imperial Road, the Rhine Road. Why is this province not got... Okay, it's building one now. Good. And then down in the Middle East, we have the growing Baghdad Road, which will go all the way down here and then down to Basra. But now we've got quite a bit of money on hand. I guess it's time to upgrade the Imperial and Rhine Road to the highest tier. But before we do that, we should probably build the higher tier of road network, the paved road network, in all of our big cities, because it helps quite a bit with trade power stacking modifiers with urban gravity, and also, excuse me, I thought there was yeah, there we go, and an extra 5% urban production power. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so you need 3 cores, if you're not familiar, in a colonial region in order to form a colonial nation. So I'm going to take exactly 3 provinces and then core them, and then I'm going to take the rest of Brazil and our tiny little colonial nation with these 3 provinces will then core the whole rest of Brazil for us. Marvelous. Also, if you're not familiar, land that was colonized causes no overextension. So if we look at the bottom of our list here, we should see... where is it? It should be in this list. Maybe it shows up as 0%. No, these aren't negative. These aren't 0 values. Here it is, yeah. It shows up as 0 rather than a dash, but it does cause 0. So no overextension from these. And once we core them, then we can feed all of Brazil to our lovely little colonial nation. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, I'll transport the men home, and it's time to take out Chivran. I completely forgot. Centralization increases coring cost. We may want to lower our centralization. Is there any good way to do that? Oh, you raise autonomy. I might want to, because it's 22% increased coring cost right now. It is giving us monthly autonomy change of almost minus 0.5, which is so strong. I think we compromise by not raising it anymore, ever. And, but yeah, I mean, with all that national unrest and it's making cores cost more, we probably shouldn't have centralized this much. Obviously, in the early game, it's great because it means you can really crush down your autonomy. I mean, look at the autonomy of the Italian region. It's beautiful. And I am about to get rid of this Principality of Taranto so we can get this back. But it is quite difficult for getting these cores, having this 20% modifier. 22.2 to be more precise, modifier. We shall see. Although, hang on. 24. We might be at the minimum because we've got a multiplication of 50. So doesn't that mean we're already at the lowest it can possibly be? I'm trying to remember how this works. So I'm pretty sure it cannot be lowered. No, because the development's only 2 here and it's costing 9. It can cost one admin per development, I believe. Okay, yeah. So we should probably decentralize a bit. I guess the easy way to do that would be, yeah, just raise autonomy in a whole bunch of places. It should lose us some absolutism. Is that what I want to do? I think we'll just let it lower with events because usually you one of the things you can get that the estates are restless thing, but yeah, we'll see. We shall see. This, by the way, is how conquerors explore. You don't take exploration traditions. You just declare war on someone and then walk into their territory. This is how it's done. This is, you want to find this place? Option A, Conquistador. Option A, Imperialism CB. I prefer the latter. Okay, it's finally time. It's a solemn moment. It's been a long time that we've had this little independent principality down here. And I finally feel like I have some free Diplo points and I want to clean up my autonomy map mode a bit. And this is actually one of the most developed areas in all of Italy. So we're going to change that by... Where is it? Oh god, I thought we could do it. Oh, we probably have to be at peace. Alright, never mind, I'll see you in a second. Hooray! I think it's our first merchant from a merchant republic. Oh, sorry, no, our second, that's right, because we had one from Arabia. The Niger Charter is now strong enough that we can we get another merchant. Lovely. Look how much money there is in the freaking Niger River. Good lord. Obviously, because there's only one way out, we're using almost all our power to push it north already. That's going to be seriously good for our trade income. Nice. Very nice indeed. I didn't realize there's so much money down here in Central Africa. That is lovely. Looking forward to conquering a bit further east. We took a nice chunk out of Songhai and we're crushing a couple of natives down here. We also... Natives... For people in Africa, that still kind of applies. But you know what I mean. I just mean locals. We took a bunch of land up here in a slightly ugly peace deal. Reaching out to grab trade power in the Caucasus and use it to power money into the Black Sea. Didn't the Black Sea used to go north? I think the Black Sea used to go north. Cool. That's quite a substantial Ottoman buff and Russia nerf. Interesting. So where are we going to put this merchant? Probably, you almost always want to put them at the end, near the end of where the money's going. So you can get that increase in value from transferring, like here. Probably we want to do it from Egypt towards the Barbary coast, would be my guess. Let me have a look. Oh, no, probably Aegean. We can't send the Aegean anywhere where it gets sent anywhere else, can we? No. So Aegean to Adriatic, I guess, would probably be best. Marvellous. But we're about to start getting quite a few merchants because my noodly appendage is also spreading out down here. And we're going to go against Zabulistan, and that gives us access to India. And I've been chatting in the M&T Discord with a lovely guy called Pel, who is also playing a World Conquest game, although he is doing it from the other side of the world. He's playing as Korea. And apparently you get minus 75% coin cost in all of India. Yeah, there we go. India quarter coring cost. Nice. So India costs 1/4 of the normal admin that it would to core. We're doing a bunch of coring right now, as you can see. Bunch of coring going on down here. So I'm in Switzerland. Probably got enough to start up another few in Switzerland. Although, let me just check. Can I do the third one down here? I can. Nice. So once that finishes coring, we'll get our colonial nation and we can eat all the rest of Brazil. Sweet. Okay. Alright, so here is where you... We're out of manpower, which is a common concern when I do world conquest, because I do so much freaking sieging. The attrition is murderous. We're currently just wrapping up quite a lot of Africa right now. But fortunately, this is M&T, and the estates, they have an ungodly amount of manpower for us. There we go. Higher manpower than I think we've ever had in the entire game. Nice. Well, that was easy. Fantastic. Oh my gentle Jesus. Alright, I think I know why we're having problems with manpower. Our manpower cap is 292,000. That's less than we got from one estate. Okay, we actually do need to stop and core some land, because this is ridiculous. Good lord. That is crazy. Yeah, it's going to be a period of peace for a while, I think. Holy hell. Hooray! We're fired. Global trade. Goods have been moved across continents since antiquity. But where this was previously limited to a set of number of routes and goods, the manufactured goods of India, now all trades increasingly become a part of a global network. I get 300 admin power, and Liguria gets global trade hub till the end of the game. Oh, I didn't know that. You can have 2 institutions spawn in the same place, or in this case 3. Liguria is quite the city. That's great. Can we make any others spawn there? Let's take a look. Manufactories. Does it have to be the largest one? No, it's just any manufactory province. But to be fair, Liguria might be the only manufactory in the world. No, there's probably some over in like China and stuff. We only have one though. I haven't built any. It was all just the estates. But there we go. Globalized trade has spawned. Well, in that case, I'm going to take some Miltech before we start getting a higher institution penalty. But there we go. Some free points. Nice. Oh, baby. This is what peace feels like. Oh, it's been a while. My lord. Well, here we go. Here is the Empire at the end of the episode. We're doing pretty well. Almost finished uniting the Arabian Peninsula. Just a couple of holdouts here. We just got some Shiite unrest. So all these darn Shiites are causing problems. That's alright. We'll be able to deal with them. I finished giving land to Egypt. So we're going to integrate them soon. And we're about to begin our mad dash down here. I mean, I know we should really just be at peace for a while. But, I mean... That doesn't sound very world conquesty, does it? Peace? Who wants peace? I should just stay at peace for a while. I know this. But I'm not gonna. I mean, I might. We are at 700% overextension. 755. Our manpower is not great. The states all hate us right now, which is so annoying. Because they think they're getting less influential because there's been this huge plague. Looks like it's finally gone now, thank God. But as you can see, it was kind of large. It started down here. I guess my massive invasion force wasn't appreciated. And it spread all the way up here, and it was horrible. We lost 2 stability. It's the first time we haven't been at 3 stability for ages. But, yeah. I'm really looking forward to getting to 60% professionalism, so we can get cheaper generals. So it's going to be nice. But, yeah, so that is... I think where I'm going to call it a part of this episode. I apologise, by the way, the episodes, I'm sure, have been wildly different lengths. That's essentially because I... Oh, nice. That crash meant our level 4 admin guy didn't die. Nice. I've had a couple of crashes this episode, as I do in all my episodes, because this mod is unfortunately not stable. But there you go. It's wonderful, so we forgive it its foibles. We still haven't been able to... Oh, yeah, and the crash also meant we never got to start coring this place. But they're almost down to 5 unrest, which is when I can go and drop 20 people on it and core it. Marvellous, marvellous. Yes, I apologise they're different lengths. It's just the nature of the beast when I can't just look at the OBS timer and say, oh, okay, this episode's been an hour, this episode's been 2 hours, all that good stuff. We are integrating Scotland, I decided. Before the crash, I'd started integrating Aquitaine, but I've changed my mind. I want to integrate Scotland. And speaking of Scotland... We are now at peace. You can tell that the game's crashed because that list isn't sorted. I want to give them all this land because for some baffling reason, Scotland has cores. Not that one. Or is that one? Yeah, that is one of them. Scotland has cores on Brittany, which makes no sense, but also just because we need less overextension right now. So I think I'm going to give that land to them, and I'm going to give some of this internal African land to the Kingdom of Africa. But either way, until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. I do look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye-bye.